It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Valley High School Class of 2015 graduation ceremony. We'll begin today's ceremony with the presentation of colors by Valley's AFJ ROTC Color Guard, and the Star Spangled Banner will be performed by the Valley Band under the direction of Mr. Mark Ellington. At this time, graduates, please remove your caps. Audience members, if you're wearing a cap, if you'll please remove it and stand at attention throughout the presentation of colors. Once the colors have left the floor, that is when you may be seated. Audience, you may be seated. Class of 2015, please put your caps back on. Class of 2015, please be seated. Family, friends, and guests, thank you for joining the class of 2015 in celebrating their graduation. I am honored to be the ceremony announcer for the Valley High School 60th graduating class commencements this evening. As I introduce the guests, please stand as I say your name. APS Board of Education members, Miss Barbara Peterson, Mr. Michael Casada, Mr. Todd Resch, Miss Katarina Sandoval, Valley High School Salutatorian Casey Wogerich, Valedictorian Cole Burge, Mr. Anthony Grego, Principal, Miss Gloria Garza, Curriculum Assistant Principal, Mr. Essel Baca, Assistant Principal, and Miss Sari Grube, Graduate Announcer. In our special guest seating, we have our Counseling Department, Miss Danielle Thresh, Miss Holly Blue Sky Ray, Miss Deanna Romero, Mr. Eliseo Montoya, and Miss Jennifer Montano. Next, we have our faculty row leaders. We have Mr. Anthony Lovato, Mr. Joe Coleman, Mr. Larry Pavat, Miss Tess Sanchez, Miss Anna Mae Gold, Mr. Gary Montoya, Dr. Harry Posas, Miss Peggy Foos, Mr. David Roy, Mr. George Cooper, Mr. David Callison, Mr. Michael Goodrich, Mrs. Nicole Vigil, and Mr. Matt Wells. Thank you. And now, a few words from Valley High School Principal, Mr. Anthony Grego.
Good evening. Welcome parents, family, faculty, honored guests, and you, the class of 2015. This evening, we come together to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2015. These graduates have taken a journey which comes to a conclusion this evening. In its journey, it has stretched their minds and examined their consciences. It is my hope that these past 4 years have been a positive experience, but for some, it has been a struggle. I know that one of your fellow graduates had to overcome some real serious health issues in her junior year. If it was not for the support of her family, her friends, and her teachers, she would have had to have waited until next year to complete her high school. I commend and congratulate each and every one of you for all the challenges you have accomplished these past 4 years. I would like to recognize Lena Gamboa, who completed 4 years of high school in just 3 years. Also, congratulations goes out to Isaac Morris for being a 2-time state diving champion. Some students have already begun to prepare for the future. For example, Brooklyn Green, who has been taking C&M classes most of her high school years, when she starts UNM in the fall, she will be a sophomore. We have Carlos Sanchez, has been taking his EMT class at C&M as well. He now has options of continuing his studies at UNM or entering the emergency field and start working as a paramedic. Because UNM and C&M became full partners with APS, this has proved more opportunities in the dual credit field for all students. This evening, you will receive a diploma which states that you have satisfactorily completed a prescribed course of study. But more importantly, you have also made a journey of preparation. This class has taken everything in stride and has done well. Your teachers have worked long and hard to prepare you to meet those challenges and overcome those obstacles that lie ahead. Now it's up to you to meet those challenges and to make a difference. This evening, the time has now come for you to be set free, spread your wings, and fly off on your own. We hope we have prepared you to go forward, to meet new and exciting challenges, and for you to fulfill all your dreams and aspirations. I would like to thank all the parents, family members, and friends who have loved, guided, and supported these graduates over the years. I would also like to thank all of our teachers who, by virtue of the career they have chosen, have made a positive impact on the lives of these graduates, which will be evident in their future accomplishments. On behalf of myself and the faculty and staff of Valley High School, I wish to each and every one of you a happy and productive life. May the future be yours, the best of luck, and congratulations to the class of 2015.
The Valley High School Choir will perform Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. The choir is under the direction of Mrs. Michelle Zetterholm and being accompanied by Ms. Drew Austin. And now, Curriculum Assistant Principal, Ms. Gloria Garza, will be introducing our Salutatorian and Valedictorian.
It is my pleasure to congratulate and introduce the parents of our Valedictorian, Mark Burge and Sally Kroner. Will you please stand? Thank you. It is now my honor to congratulate and introduce Valley High School's class of 2015 Valedictorian, Cole Burge. Cole is graduating with a 4.56 GPA.
Before I begin my speech, I would like to extend my sincerest thanks to my mom, my dad, and my sister Lana. You're all the most important people in the world to me, and I can't thank you enough for everything. Courageous, confident, ambitious, humble. But enough about me. Let's get started with the speech. Greetings, friends and family, teachers, students, and most of all, graduates of the class of 2015. It is truly an honor and a pleasure to be standing in front of you today. Well, most of you. It's a little intimidating to have to give this speech in front of Ms. Rivera. I'm trying my best, I promise. Famous astrophysicist and all-around perfect human being Neil deGrasse Tyson once tweeted, "Good education is not what fills your head with facts, but what stimulates curiosity. You then learn for the rest of your life." As I look out at all of you, I see a great number of excited, curious faces, eager to get out there and learn whatever the world will teach them. I also see Mr. Goodrich. Yes, Vikings, it's a big world out there, and I know you're excited to get out and learn all about it. It's easy at a time like this to look to the future and to wonder about all of its mysteries, to think about the opportunities and the failures and the victories that it may hold. The truth is, I don't know what the future will hold for us. I have no advice to offer the class of 2015. Advice should be sought from those much older, smarter, and wiser than me. For an example of an older person, please turn your attention to our principal, Mr. Griego. If you're looking for someone smarter or wiser, you're on your own. So let's take a step back, Vikings. Let's not forget where we came from. Let's not forget the journey that brought us here, to the very same stadium which has hosted Monster Jam several years in a row. Let's not forget what brought us together as a class. Let's not forget about that first day of high school when we were all still a little bit afraid to walk alone in C Hall. Let's not forget the friends that walked with us. Let's not forget about the first time we went to see a Vikings football or basketball game, and we painted our faces and yelled until our throats hurt, and we were so incredibly proud to be part of such a passionate group. Let's not forget the first time we read a book for high school. Yes, believe it or not, that happens sometimes. And let's not forget the first time that a book spoke to us, or made us cry, or made us angry, or scared, or happy, or depressed. Let's not forget the lessons we learned from those books. Let's never forget that immortal lesson taught to us by none other than Blake Slaughterburger. If you're gonna be 5 minutes late, you might as well make it 20 and show up with a breakfast burrito. Let's not forget about our favorite homework assignments. Mine were always Mr. Worley's vocabulary sheets. What kid wouldn't have relished the opportunity to flip through a dictionary for 2.5 hours? Let's never forget the music we listened to, and let's never forget the intelligent, well-written lyrics that some of our favorite artists wrote. Specifically, let's never forget the time that Mitch caught a body about a week ago. One thing I'll never forget is all the girls that refused to talk to me, because they taught me an important lesson. If I want to catch a girl's attention, I'm going to need to make a lot of money. Let's not forget about our favorite teachers. Whether they simply sparked your curiosity or helped you realize one of your true passions in life, I encourage you to give your favorite teachers a sincere, private thanks to let them know what they've done for you. Let us not forget that there's never a bad time to take a selfie. But most of all, Vikings, let's not forget where we are right now. Let's not forget that no matter how much help you've gotten from your parents, your teachers, or anybody, you're the ones who are about to graduate. You made this happen. I urge you, Vikings, to take just a moment to reflect on your high school career. Think about how hard it was and how stressful it seemed and how sometimes it felt like it would never end. But you made it. When this ceremony ends and you go outside to take pictures with your loved ones, you will undoubtedly be congratulated by several people. Make sure you take the time to congratulate yourselves, because you and I both know that you've done a great job. Thank you all so much for listening. On behalf of myself, go Huskies, and on behalf of the entire Valley High School class of 2015, go Vikings!
I now have the pleasure of congratulating and introducing the parents of our salutatorian, Kelly and Jim Wogenrich. Please stand. Again, it is my honor to congratulate and introduce Valley High School's 2015 salutatorian, Casey Wogenrich. Casey is graduating with a 4.46 GPA.
I'd like to start off my speech by thanking all those who helped me along the way. To the class of 2015, thank you for taking this journey with me. To all my teachers, thank you for the work you put into our education. To all of my close friends, thank you for sticking with me through thick and thin and creating such wonderful memories with me. To my parents and my brother, thank you for being the world's biggest supporters, helpers, and guides through this and every journey in my life. None of this would be possible without you all. For as long as I can remember, my dad has asked me the question, what's the golden rule? Now, everyone has their own interpretation of this so-called golden rule, but for my dad and I, the answer has always been, have fun. I have always thought that this was just a phrase, a way to help me calm my nerves before a huge test or a race in my swim meets, but this past year as a senior, I have learned it means so much more. We spend most of our high school days and nights worrying about our hair, our clothes, our sleep schedules, our social lives, what everyone thinks of us, and most importantly, our grades. These things are pretty much what make up our high school worlds. Too often, we spend too much time thinking about these basic things and too little time thinking about our inner selves and what makes us happy. Granted, for some, these are the things that make us happy. But when was the last time you guys sat down and thought, wow, in this moment, I am completely elated? When was the last time you stopped worrying about minor details and solely did something to bring yourself joy? We have to remember that happiness is the key in life. We need to realize that blowing off studying for one test to go see the midnight premiere of a movie or binge eating ice cream before doing homework doesn't result in total failure. These events are in our lives because they enable us to accomplish everything else. They provide us with a positive mindset to accomplish the studying and work needed to be successful in our lives. As we go forward into the next years, we have to remember to feed our happiness in order to achieve all of the stepping stones needed to reach our goals. Happiness comes in many different forms, and it is our responsibility to figure out what brings us happiness. For me, happiness upon graduation means college in New Orleans, but what does it mean for you? I never took my dad's and my saying to heart as much as I did my senior year. I finally took the time to understand its meaning, and because of this, I will for the rest of my life. So today, think about what you will take away from high school. I hope it is happiness and that it creates the foundation in your life. And also that 7:30 is way too early to wake up for class. So congratulations, class of 2015, we did it.
At this time, if Mr. Grego would please go to the podium to present the graduates to the Board of Education members.
Board members Barbara Peterson and Stephen Michael Quesada, I would like to present the Valley High School class of 2015. They have met all the graduation requirements as set forth by the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, along with the New Mexico Public Education Department. To you, I present the Valley High School class of 2015.
On behalf of the Albuquerque Public School Board of Education, we accept this 2015 graduating class of Valley High School. You guys rock.
Roxana Alba Perez. Autumn Victoria Allen. Carlos Alonso. Joe B. Anaya. Mariah Renee Archuleta. Berenice Astorga. Julia Avila. Sterling Avila. Therese Brianna Baca. Francisco Heron Balcazar. David Balderas. Jadi Bandera. Kiana Noel Barella. Nicholas J. Barella. Gregory G. Barros. Carrie Elizabeth Shaushin Bash. Hannah J. Blend. Raquel Yamilex Bolivar. Katia M. Borunda. Dominic Antonio Brown. Cole Leo Burge. Ambrose U. Bustillos. Selena I. Calderon. Angelica Gabriela Casavantes. Mitchell E. Castillo. Alexandria Nicole Chavez. Alicia Kylene Chavez. Eric Matthew Chavez. Gabrielle Andy Chavez. Isaac E. Chavez. Jaden Nicole Chavez. Jordan M. Chavez. Damian John Chavez Gallegos. Alyssa Michaela Cisneros. Isaias Contreras. Juliet Montserrat Consuelo. Rihanna Lissa Cook. Janeth Corral. Michaela S. Crawford. Andrew A. Daly. Sarah Josephine Davis. Cesar de la O. Elena G. Dubois. Larry M. Dubois. Carolina Nicole Dubrell. Cheyenne Renee Eiseman. Isaac Orlando Encinas. Chadra Danelle Escarcida. Manuel L. Escobar III. Guadalupe Espino. Ricardo Espino Hernandez. Jacob Aaron Flores. Andrew Alonso Folsom. Jaleel Rashawn Ford. Alexis N. Galloway. Elena Ryan Gamboa. Amber Lynn Garcia. Brianna Jessica Garcia. Erica Loretta Garcia. Christina Mariah Garcia. Chris Edwin Girolamo. Abigail Rose Gold Romero. Jose Eduardo Gomez. Alexandria A. Gonzalez. Lexus Lydia Gonzalez. Desiree Monique Gonzalez. Alicia Renee Gonzalez. Gabriel Gonzalez. Maricela Gonzalez. Brooklyn Ray Green. Benjamin Griego. Edwin Lemuel Guillen. Helen Rose Gurele. Marisa A. Gurele. Isaiah L. Gutierrez. Martha Danielle Gutierrez. Michelle Gutierrez. Melissa Hermosillo. Ivan D. Hernandez. Lorenzo F. Herrera. Montgomery S. Hickey. Ose S. Iriake. Haley J. Jacob. Brandon Kyle James. Gerardo I. Jaques. Jade Amarai Jaramillo. Bobby Ray John Joe. Jacob J. Hohola. Mateo M. Kiyohara. Jessica Celeste Lacour. Simone Olivia Large. Joel C. Legareta. Eduardo A. Lopez. Celi Lozoya. Alejandro M. Lucero. Alexandra Jocelyn Lucero. Luciano Abel Lucero. Martin E. Luna. Dominic A. Mares. Jordan Harley Mares. Marissa Janae Mares. Brianne Alyssa Marquez. Aurelia M. Martinez. Samantha J. Martinez. Cody Austin McHenry. Andrew E. Medrano. Brenda Isabel Mendez. Stephanie Nicole Mirabal. Ramiro Montañez Ramos. Alejandro Thomas Montoya. CJ Montoya. Cuauhtemoc E. Montoya. Johanna Montoya. Raven A. Montoya. Desiree M. Morales. Jocelyn R. Morero. Isaac C. Morris. Casey B. Mosley. Christina Anne-Marie Moya. Frankie S. Muller. Benjamin Jared Muriel. Rayanne Nicole Nally. Jessica M. Narvaez. Daisy Nevarez. Sacha Noche. Dominic J. Arona. Kayla Rose Ortiz. Alexandra Luciana Otero. Christian Kiko Padilla. Cynthia A. Padilla. Santiago E. Padilla. Gilbert Fidel David Paez. Joshua Xavier Paez. Monique M. Palacios. Paul Michael Perez. Aaron M. Perucci. Gregory Polaro. Denise Ponce Gamboa. Vanessa Marie Price. Angelica Puchetti Dieter. Jaime Ramirez. James Jacob Ramirez. Victoria Araceli Ramirez. Louis C. Rascon. Connor Reese. Juliana Clara Reyes. Adriana D. Roach. Sephra B. Rodriguez. Kimberly K. Rogi Obando. Edgar Romero Ramos. Elias Matthew Roybal. Casarina Marie Salazar. Andrea Alejandra Sagüero. Ariana E. Sanchez. Carlos V. Sanchez. Donovan N. Sanchez. Gabriela Ashley Sanchez. Jennifer Eileen Sanchez. Savannah Nicole Sanchez. Mercedes D. Sanders. Jasmine Anessa Salcedo. Megan Lane Schwartz. Marisa D. Cedillo. Stephanie Daisy Cedillo. Emily R. Cerna. Casey A. Serrano. Elijah Thomas Cisneros. Destiny Delmarie Smith. Dominic W. Smith. Madison Carly Smith. Delilah Ariana Tafoya. Paul Luke Tapia. Stephen Avenicio Tapia. Christopher Joseph Torres. Dominic James Torres. Maria C. Torres. Michael C. Torres. Juan C. Treviso. Alexis Molina Trujillo. Christopher Daniel Trujillo. Dylan R. Trujillo. Gabriel J. Trujillo. Rebecca Urrutia. Tommy P. Valdez. Patricia Francis Valles. Adriana D. Van Orman. Jordy D. Velasquez. Andrea K. Venn. Marcelena R. Vigil. Kayla Marie Villanueva. Diamond M. Walker. Casey Ann Wogenrich. Rafael Yanez. Antoinette Renee Ibarra. Danny B. Ibarra. Jacob M. Zamora. Patrick I. Zamora. Richie Fabian Zapata Gamboa.
At this time, Valley High School graduating class of 2015, please stand. At this time, I'm going to turn over the mic to your senior class president, Brooklyn Green.
Valley High School senior class, please stand. Congratulations, guys. You may move your tassels.
Okay, crowd, let's hear it once more for the class of 2015.